Now on the list of sounds of the season, probably near the top of the list, right next to Santa saying ho, 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 you've got the Salvation Army bell ringers.
Yeah, it's all in support of the annual Red Kettle campaign this year. But the organization says fewer bells are ringing and it is hurting collections.
News 3's Anthony Sabella live this morning in Norfolk looking at the numbers and how we can help. Anthony, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Blaine and Jessica. You know, if the rest of the season is any indication, the Salvation Army can probably expect anywhere from 30 to 40 bell ringers to show up here at Area Command to pick up their equipment for the day. Now, the problem is 30 to 40 bell ringers, they actually have 80 locations that have signed up to host bell ringers. So when you think about it, that's a pretty big deficit there, and it's also leading to a deficit in collections in this year's Red Kettle campaign. Now, the campaign technically goes through tomorrow, but as of right now, the nonprofit says it's about $100,000 short of its $500,000 collection goal for our area. Not only that, it's also about $34,000 behind last year's total. So not only missing the goal this year likely, but also falling behind last year as well. A lot of that having to do, they say, with the bell ringer shortage. So what's feeding that shortage? Well, the pandemic, of course, likely a factor in more ways than one.
We certainly have some that said, hey, you know, we're still not comfortable going out ringing the bell, maybe next year. I think the other thing is last year, I think a lot more people had time on their hands because of the pandemic. Offices were closed and they were wanting to get out of the house and they were wanting to get out in the community and do good. And I think this year a lot of them are back to work.
Now, the Red Kettle campaign is a major financial supporter for year-round Salvation Army operations. So we're talking about their shelters, but also food, rent, and utility assistance programs for struggling families. And I'm told those programs are likely where this fewer donations is going to have its biggest impact, meaning they won't be able to help as many families with their bills. Now, the good news is Red Kettle has also gone virtual in the last couple of years, right? So they're still able to collect that way, not just in person. And that campaign actually lasts a little bit longer. It goes a little bit beyond Christmas Eve, so we're going to jump into that part, including how they're doing meeting those goals when you make that switch to WGNT. But for now, though, we're live in Norfolk. Anthony Sabella, News 3.